everyone, I'm the Kaiju no Kami, and tonight I'm going to review... Why are you guys looking at me like that? What? Is there something on my face? On my chest? On my... Oh, it's the green screen, isn't it? This guy looks totally off and different and stuff. Oops. Well, I guess you guys will just have to watch me do a Kaiju review from a Godzilla series or Toho series without me stroking my lizard. I know you're probably as disappointed at it as I am, but sorry, dude. You're not going to be able to be in this review. You're just clashing with the green screen. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. So with that in mind, tonight I'm going to be reviewing Kaitei Gunkan, or more commonly known in the US as Atragon. Based on a combination of young adult novels and a manga series, Atragon was rushed into production to the point that Eiji Tsuburaya had to split his crew into two teams in order to tackle two different aspects of the film. In addition, the mighty warship itself, the Gotengo, was built in various sizes in order to accommodate what was required for the film, be it a tiny model to a bigger 15-footer for scenes of the cast outside of the ship. Atragon went on to be a huge success in Japan regardless of its rushed production schedule. However, is the film as good as the box office results tell us? Let's drill in to find out. Atragon kicks off with our lead actors from King Kong vs. Godzilla, Tadao Takashima and Yu Fujiki, portraying a duo of photographers named Susumu Hatanaka and Yoshito Nishibe. They are taking pictures of a young woman when two strange events befall them. The first is a diver coming out of the ocean engulfed in steam, while the other is a car driving into said ocean. They explain the situation to Detective Ito, played by Toho regular Hiroshi Koizumi, who doesn't seem to believe their story. Well, you see, when people get very angry, they need to let off some steam, even in your very polite country of Japan. From there, we are introduced to Kenji Sahara, who is playing a reporter. Oh, come on now. Look at his beard, and it's Kenji Sahara. We all know he is totally a spy for the villains. He interviews a former Navy admiral named Kosumi about a secretly developed submarine project. Kosumi denies all claims that his former thought to be deceased officer, Hachiro Jinguji, is behind this project. No shit. Naturally, we come to learn that Jinguji's daughter, Makoto, is Kosumi's secretary. Tenuhara and Yoko Fujiyama portray this duo. They are nearly kidnapped by a man proclaiming himself to be an agent of the Mu Empire until both Susumu and Yoshito rescue them. The quartet report the incident to the police when a package arrives for Kosumi. Yes, let's open up the package that may be a bomb in the office where it can kill everyone. You clearly didn't get your job for your qualifications. Inside is a film that contains the Mu origin story. A film within a film? Mind blown. So what's on it? Oh my god, they discovered how to make toy cars fly. Ingenious. The UN ignores the Mu tape's demands, so the Mu Empire responds by destroying Hong Kong and Venice. Off screen, we learn about it through newspaper reports. Oh, but we get to see them blow up a ship. Like we haven't seen that happen 100 times. Sometime later, a man arrested is believed to be another Mu's spy, but he reveals himself to be one of Jinguji's soldiers. He takes them to his leader, who gives the most emotional performance for meeting his daughter for the first time in 20 years ever. Oh, you're grown up now. That's cool. Of course. If this were an anime, he'd probably want to bang her now. Thank the gods this is not an anime. Oh my god. They did make this into an anime. Jinguji refuses to help fight the Mu, spouting that his special super not-so-secret underwater flying warship, the Atragon, I mean the Gotengo. Which is it?
Kaitei Gunkan 5.5 です.
Okay, that answered absolutely nothing. Where was I again in this review? Oh yeah. The Gotengo is for when Japan returns to its former glory. Their argument is like an internet discussion. Jinguji has a conversation with his daughter that pretty much should have gone like this. Oh my god, Kenji Sahara played a spy? This is my shocked face. Consider me shocked that Kenji Sahara was playing a spy all along. Yep, did not see that coming at all. Susumu is also kidnapped trying to rescue Makoto. Nice going, dude. You were a Luigi when you needed to be a Mario. By the way, what is up with all the ancient civilization dances in these movies? Mothra, King Kong vs. Godzilla, now it's an Atragon, it'll happen again in Mothra vs. Godzilla. Was Ishiro Honda going through a phase or something? Getting back on track, the duo are taken to the Mu Queen, who decides to sacrifice them to their god Manda, but only if Jinguji refuses to surrender the Gotengo, giving them a chance to escape. Yo people are dumb. Manda is released.
Tell me your wish now.
He does absolutely nothing, while Susumu and the others swim their way to the Gotengo. They then decide to attack the Mu Power Room, but first, our grand monster battle. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. So yeah, the Gotengo drills its way into the power room where a group of soldiers set bombs to blow it up. They then take care of the remnants of the civilization, and the Empress swims back to die with her people. Well, that was fun. Not dark at all one bit. Now, was it? Right? Right? In all seriousness, I enjoyed this film a lot more this time around than I did the first time I saw it, but it is far from being one of the best. I love how the movie dives into the argument as to whether or not patriotism is a good thing. We have one culture that grew up in the old ways of thinking and they refuse to change their point of view, while we have another culture that grew up in a modern world where society is supposed to be treated as equals regardless of nationality. It's very well told, but it doesn't do too much to really make us care about our characters. Like, there is a love plot between Susumu and Makoto somewhere in the film, or at least it wants to show a romance between the two, especially since he kind of stalks her in the beginning. However, it never actually focuses on that aspect in order to get the audience to care about the two getting together one bit, rendering the whole thing moot. None of the characters really have any scenes that make you care for them one bit, as the film focuses too much on the aforesaid argument. It's a shame too, since Toho used some of their best actors across the board. Of course, it also doesn't help that we saw Kenji Sahara's betrayal miles away, so no surprise there. Not to mention that Koizumi's talents were wasted on a useless detective that never solved a damn thing, nor did he even do anything important in the film. Come to think of it, you could cut out half of the characters and it wouldn't affect the plot one bit. I guess the only reason to have Makoto there so her kidnapping can influence Jinguji's sudden change of heart, which seems quite convenient. I mean, the man abandoned his daughter for his beliefs, but I'm supposed to believe he instantly changes his mind due to her safety being involved? That doesn't make sense. Shouldn't he feel making Japan great again is far more important than his daughter, since that is why he ditched her in the first place? There just seems to be a serious narrative disconnect here. On the other hand, the special effects work is quite stunning. There is a pretty kick-ass scene of part of Tokyo being destroyed that makes up for the lack of showing us other cities being decimated earlier in the film. I also have to give the team props for their design of Manda and how he moves, despite him being a very underwhelming monster. It sounds like Manda was also a last-minute addition, as producer Tomoyuki Tanaka decided to require a monster be in the movie, but unlike Mogura in The Mysterians, Manda just doesn't work here. He does absolutely nothing to warrant him even existing. Kind of a shame, since I expected more from a monster that would return to be featured and destroy all monsters. The movesets are pretty cool looking. I really believe they are an ancient civilization, although some of the wigs just look kinda goofy. They just don't match with the skin tones of the actors wearing them. I also gotta wonder, is this the same Mu civilization from Godzilla vs. Megalon later on that sends out Megalon to attack? Because if so, then why is there no mention of Megalon here? Why is there no mention of Manda in that movie? Or are they a different branch of the civilization? Too many unanswered questions. Don't reuse the same civilization if you're not going to have continuity. We also have the Gotengo, which is an interesting idea, though Toho should have stuck to it being solely a submarine and not also a flying ship. Regardless, I like its design thanks to its drill head. If it had an AI, I'm sure it would sound something like this.
Oh yeah, Screwhead gonna whip all the butt. Screwhead a mean little gobot, got a big old screw on his head. Screwhead gonna be like pow pow, smack pow pow, knocking good guys down.
As always, Akira Ifukabe's score is nothing short of stellar. There are a lot of excellent tracks to be heard, such as this one towards the end of the film. Countering that, the conflict between Manda and the Gotengo sounds a tad dull for what is supposed to be a battle sequence. I can't really add anything new that I haven't already said about his work in previous reviews. All in all, Atragon is an enjoyable piece of entertainment as long as you don't try to think about it too hard. I get what Honda and gang were going for with the Japanese pride aspect, however the characterization suffers immensely from it. If you need to see this movie, if you've been wanting to see this movie, by all means, check it out. You'll probably enjoy yourselves at some level. If you're not sure, if you don't care, then you might want to consider your options. Are you going to be paying to see it? Are you going to be seeing it for free? Until next time, bye.